Kast, making it a Mega Kast. We're gonna start our build off right. We're gonna put 500K diff fluid in the front and the rear differentials to make this thing run smooth. Checking out the diff motion, making sure those planetary gears sit right. In addition to the Mega chassis, we also got the ESC holder. This is the best way to secure our ESC, so let's go. And that 560 kV motor, the biggest motor I've ever had, requires a big old motor mount. So this is the backside of said motor mount. We're gonna make our Mega Kast bashable. When they say big block, when they say soda can, they mean soda can. They mean big block. Now granted, this is a mini, but you get my point. As I pull these parts, I try to be mindful to let you know when I'm not using them again. And this fella, I'm not using again. This very capable motor we will use on another project for another day. Inside this transmission case rests our center differential. I'm just taking a peek inside, making sure everything is kosher. Now this motor mount has to go. We're going to update it with a way beefier M2C motor mount for that big old motor. We're even beefing up our spur gear to a 1.5 mod. We're going to be limited in sizes, but it's way beefier. Stock ESC we're not going to use again in my left hand, and stock servo in my right hand. We will use this again. Arrma updated the EXB model, so we'll give it a shot. Size comparison, if you want to call it that, but stock on the left, newbie on the right. Now maybe my internet is broken, but I could not find a fully assembled Kraton Mega chassis. I don't want you to have to fumble through it like I did. I went through that, so you don't have to go through that. Mid-progress check-in time, people. I have the Kraton Mega chassis almost done. On our donor Outcast, we have our front bulkhead and rear bulkhead. We still had to take that off. We also need the new M2C front and rear drive shafts. We're going to finish off our Kraton Mega chassis. We have our motor mount, motor, ESC mount. We have our servo, center transmission, battery trays, and side guardrails. Then I think we're on to something beautiful. Stay with us, and if you like this type of content, like, subscribe, share, tell a friend and tell a friend from the 5-7. The back of the motor mount definitely bumps up against the side rail, so you're gonna need a Dremel tool. Now you know it's getting serious when the wheels come off. It's time to drop the rear third. We're getting it going. We need to swap out the shorter dog bone for a longer one for the Kraton. There is a little assembly required, but it's not a big deal. Remove the input drive retainer. For maximum bashability, we'll update the composite with a 7075 aluminum C-block. And for the second time, I had to remove this rear diff, but it's the only way to get the drive shaft out. And you can clearly see the size difference from the old shaft to the new shaft, plus the new one is much beefier. I'm old enough to remember the board game Operation. This feels just like that. Now we're all reassembled with M2C C-block and dog bone. This is nice. Let's clean up some of this marine grease, and here we go, ready to mount on the chassis. And Chico, before you put in all 10 of these screws, make sure your rear dog bone is in place. If you're not, you're going to be screwed. Trust me, I know. Oh, I like to point out there's little bearing lips right here. Don't forget it. There's at least 22 more screws, but we're not going to show you all that. That's ridiculous. Pin, pin, brace, brace, pin, pin, dog bone. Yeah, man, that's nice. Just some more M2C bling bling, but it's very necessary to make the front shaft fit. Our donor is looking bare, huh? This Arrma Skins graphic is nice. I think I'm gonna use that for wall art. Okay, good people, we're gonna do the same thing to the front as we did to the back. We gotta update the drive shaft. We have to update the B block, and it's just like the back, so we're just gonna push through this one if that's all right with you. Now you gotta coach that daggone drive shaft into the center transmission, but once you do that, you're home free.